Jinx ends up free hitting, and then everyone dies. I mean,
It's crazy.
It's almost like that 4 AD nerf didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's crazy. Maybe she's still as broken as she was.
I don't believe that.
That's good that you don't.
I do not believe that. I do not believe that. A 4 to 6 AD nerf is enough to shut a champ down completely.
I mean, really, it could be anything. It could be anything at this point.
And this game, gold, 300 separating. Bang, even. It's anyone's game at this point.
And if you look at DePaul, I mean, you have a 4-1-5 Shen with a 300 gold bounty, 4-0-7 Zach with a 400 gold bounty, and a 3-1-2 Jinx with a 400 gold bounty. These guys need to die. If you're Bloom, you got to be killing these guys. You want that gold. I mean, Jinx needs to die regardless. Oh, my ears ringing. You got to kill that Jinx. She's got the IE plus the Kraken, a lot of damage. I mean, the big-ass rockets.
Yeah, and here, the Ocean Dragon coming up. Both teams going to be definitely collapsing on this one.
If you want to eat, I'll cast it.
What about this?
All right, so Victor doing a lot he can to push the mid lane over here, but a lot of damage going over here. The Victor ult drops, so they know they have this for the Dragon right now. A huge engage by the Zac ultimate, able to pull J4 back right here. He might go down, push over to the top lane. J4 goes down, Azonia goes out for the Rakan, but he's also going to drop. This is a double kill for Jinx right now. This is looking for a Jinx massive carry at a 5-1-2. This is incredible over here, right here. The second Dragon going to go over for DePaul? Yeah, DePaul University right here. And this is it. So blue team able to soup it up. Not right now. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a recall. Not looking like they can push a lot of stuff in the meantime. Shen is making a back over here. Milios and Jinx looking to push the mid lane a little bit. They know they have some bit of a leeway right now. Bot lane going down. This is a rough time over here from Bloom Gaming. The score is 13-7 right now. Not too much of an answer.
And I feel like not long ago that kill counter was tied.
It was tied. So there's been two fights where it's just started to break apart over here for DePaul Gaming over here. Zach doing a lot of stuff. Still has yet to die. Zach is still yet to die.
4-0-9. Right, crazy score.
And he's the one jumping in first.
Yep. It's honestly crazy to see.
Even crazier, I mean, early games, so bot lane, Aphelios, and Jinx, Aphelios had a decent farm lead. He still does. I mean, 22, it's 26 minutes, whatever. But at this point, Jinx has just far outperformed him in the team fights. She has way more gold. She's got Kraken Slayer, IE Zeal, Greaves. He's got a BT and
a couple of long swords.
Something there out.
Yeah, I mean, Aphelios is... CS is really great, right? He's on par for, you're looking at a 9 CS. Jinx is about 8.2 right now, but Jinx has 5-1-2 with a 550 gold shutdown right now. So this is a problem. Aphelios is one of those champions where you can start to see with the right combination can start to delete entire teams. But you have to wait for that to happen. He only has one death, which is awesome. Rakan has been sacrificing himself to make sure Aphelios is able to get away. This is clearly the situation where he knows his bot lane and is able to do a lot. But I want to see it. Aphelios has yet to get a kill, and this is pretty rough over here. Mm-hmm. He has the items. In my opinion, he has the items to start doing a ton of damage, but the situation has not been right for him. But we're about to see a little bit more over here. I want to see J4, right? He was the first champion in this whole game to start to get that early advantage.
Yeah, I know. Fallen off a little bit since then.
He has fallen off a little bit since then. Zach is able to catch up. Still has not died. I want to reiterate that.
It's tough.
I want to reiterate that. A champion is able to do so much because of his passive.
I know.
Where he gets the blobs and
has
is able
the
to make
demonic
dives
embrace.
happen.
Has 3 items of Sunfire as well.
He does a lot of damage.
He
does a lot of damage, and he can engage for the team. That's the difference between him and J4, right? J4 can engage. He can do a ton, but sometimes you need him to flash out to keep that champion in here. Zach doesn't need to. He can fully engage and then die and then get his passive and then soak up all the damage.
That is right.
So that is crazy. That is crazy.
It really is.
And I want to see who takes this game away. The next Dragon's coming up in less than 2 minutes.
I know, and both teams, 2 Dragons. It's going to be a huge contest point. You know, the gold bang even right now, separated by just 200 in Bloom's favor. The kill lead going over into the side of DePaul. They think they have the advantage, but the gold is so close.
That is crazy.
This fight coming up in a minute 30 is going to not decide the game, but very close to it.
So how is that gold? So I mean, literally less than 1,000 gold.
It's CS.
I mean, you have the
CS,
Shen
man.
and the Camille. Look at these differences here. So Shen and Camille, despite that CS difference,
Look at
very
the mid lane
similar gold.
CS. Look at the mid lane. 162
Oh,
to
God,
227.
that's
That
2K.
is massive.
2K difference there. I mean, wow.
I know. The Jinx
You
has a
don't see
ton
it.
of gold, but barely more than Aphelios.
Seriously.
Because of the CS advantage.
It's so
It's
nuts.
crazy, yeah.
They need to perform in the fights. That's what Bloom needs
Yeah.
to perform
And
in
the
these
Jinx-
fights, and they can easily
The
win.
Jinx
That's
has
how it goes.
550 gold to give up if she dies. That is just great in Bloom's scenario. If they can actually get kills off onto the Jinx and onto the enemy team, they can get right back into this game. And it is just absolutely insane. Both teams trying their hardest this game, approaching, cresting 30 minutes, and we have no idea who is in the driver's seat. And it looks like that DePaul University is going to start the Baron.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is a
boy.
good Baron start, right? A couple people are away from it right here, but they're making their lane over to it. Rakan plus the bot lanes go over here.
Watch the
J4
J4.
knows what's going to happen. Victor coming his way
Victor on
over
the
the
flank.
top lane. I do like this little flank right here. There's so much AoE damage. Good.
Engage!
Zach engages.
It's not
over here.
good! But the fight is going absolutely insane. J4 going in is super low. The Zanya's pop. The Zac is going to kill the Rakan. The damage is absolutely huge. But it looks like the damage, it's going to
my
be
God.
all DePaul University. The double kill going on to the Zac. The Jinx picking up the kill as well. Going to be the Baron. And there it is. DePaul just in the driver's seat. 16-7 is the kill lead. 9K, 49K to 8K. An absolute massive lead. The Baron going over. The Aphelios trying to steal it. It is not going to happen. A clean 2 kills, 3 kills going over. And DePaul is absolutely in the driver's seat right now.
So let me recap a little bit, right? Victor was split off on the top side. They obviously had a game plan. Say,
Yes,
hey, listen,
they wanted the flank.
drop your ult. This is going to be a huge AoE damage for us right here. But Blue Side was able to soak up everything.
It's incredible.
Zach was able to get a double kill right here, right?
Yep.
And that is a ton of damage, and the rest of the team knew it, so they backed off. Aphelios held his ult over until the Blue Side started taking Baron,
Yep.
is when Aphelios ulted. I don't know if the ult is going to do anything to change it at that point because so much damage dropped immediately over here. But they're able to pick up the Baron. They're able to pick up their 3rd dragon. So you're looking at a soul point over for Blue Side. This is not good. Red Side has been sitting at 7 kills for maybe what? 12
It's
minutes
been a while.
now?
It's been a while.
long
It
time.
has been a very
Too much time.
It's been a very long time. We have seen roughly the same score on the whole team. J4 was one of those champions who was able to make a lot of stuff effective in the beginning to mid game over here. He's able to get a lot of kills, but he's not able to do anything with it. We just watched him drop instantly over here in a Baron fight. It's not good. It is not good for Red Side. If you're Bloom Gaming, you need to start thinking, hey, listen, do we start stacking a Death Brush? Do we start doing a full engage?
It really is reaching that point. 4K at 32 minutes is not insurmountable, but it's just not looking good. Bloom Gaming trying to find the way back in this game. They have the scaling with the Aphelios and Victor, but I don't know if they have the chutzpah to finally close this one out. It's really tough. The Aphelios picking up all the farm mid that he can. J4 and Rakan trying to shadow him, but it's just really tough. The Jinx, 6 kills. The 6-0-10 Zac is an absolute problem. Nobody can seem to kill him. 4-1-10 Shen. And all the carries, everyone you want to have gold except Ari has the gold. And it is just an absolute romp right now. Here comes the TP, and the damage is huge. J4 going to flash out. Milio going to try to get the damage off, but they're just going to run for their lives. Bloom Gaming running for the hills, and it looks like the DePaul University is going to run them off, try to get this tower, has the Baron, going to siege this one up. Going to be absolutely huge. Victor E is not going to do too much. The Zach charges the Q to try to take more down, but a shutdown. Aphelios kills the Jinx out of absolutely nowhere. We didn't see it. We don't even know where it happened, but this fight might go sour. They got to get out of here. There is no Jinx to continue this fight. They're going to get out of here. They get the tower. The Jinx falls to Aphelios, a massive shutdown going through. They have to retreat, tail between their legs. DePaul University runs for their lives. Aphelios wants more, but they're not going to get it. They're going to get out alive. But here comes Camille and the Q from the Emilio. Knocking them out. But J4 wants more. Going to go in, and it's not going to be enough. The reinforcements come in, and Bloom Gaming gets a little bit of light, but still loses the tower in response.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you feel like you have the engage, but it's in total darkness. You don't have any vision on blue side of the map. So you say, listen, I can't do this. I can't do it right now. And it actually works out in your favor because you probably would have got swept 3 to 4 people on your team right there. And this is just a total takeover right here. We're starting to see the gold disparity start to go a little more of a way. It's a 4K gold lead right here. It has been so close all game. 2, 3, 4K gold. This is the part where you start to break away a little bit. So I would love blue side to be able to do something with this Baron advantage right now. Either take a tower, push a lane, something. But red side is also doing very good. They have the champions that can match them in the split lane. So I don't know. What do you think, Josh? If you're Bloom Gaming right now, what do you do?
I think so. In that fight right there, I think Bloom displayed exactly what they need to do. They need to get that Jinx the fuck out of the game. They need to kill that bitch. You got Camille, you got J4, you got Rakan. You have so much diving potential to just jump in there, get Jinx dead. She doesn't have that much health. She's building all those crazy items. She's an ADC. You know they blow up. They blow up instantly. You got to go in there and kill her ass. Beat her up. Kill her, man. That's all you got to do. You saw DePaul. Jinx is dead, and they leave. They're scared now. They know that Jinx is doing all the damage. They need to be very, very scared of Jinx dying. They need to make sure they're peeling for Jinx, which Zach has done a great job of doing. Shen has done a great job of doing. Maybe it's a fluke for them there.
Yep.
But if Bloom can focus on getting that Jinx out of the fights, it's gonna go their way more.
Oh, they're getting the towers.
Here it goes
the damage coming in. A massive amount of Victor damage coming in. Zach is almost caught out. Gonna have to flash out to get out of there. The huge amount of Victor poke coming in, and they are going to get that tower for free, and it is a huge advantage for Bloom. But here comes Zach coming in. The knockup is going to be absolutely huge. Jinx is free hitting, and the shutdown. That is almost going to certainly be the fight. The Aphelios goes down. The Jinx is free hitting and going to survive possibly, but no, dying to the Camille and J4. But here comes Ari getting a kill on top of that. The damage is huge. Victor running for his life. So is the Victor. Both sides, and it's not going to be enough. And it looks like DePaul University is going to get the advantage here, going to get the Dragon, the Camille, trying to heal off the red buff. It is not going to be enough. Only one dies. The Jinx dies for the side of DePaul. They are in the driver's seat, about to get this Soul Dragon and in the driver's seat to win the game. Camille cannot get over the wall, tries for the E, can't get over, and that is going to almost certainly be the smite taken, and the fight gone. Bloom falling even further behind.
Yeah, if you're Bloom Gaming, you have one answer, and what is that answer? Aphelios. Aphelios is the first person to drop on your team. Aphelios is the first person to drop on your team.
It's not good.
That's not good. Zach is able to get in there in the perfect position to drop Aphelios right here. So what you start doing, you start running away, and the rest of this team start picking you off, and then they go over to the Dragon to get their soul point.
And
this is not good.
And we have to realize
Bloom
Zach is 7-0-13, has yet to die, is a tanky menace, getting the perfect engages off, getting a ton of damage, and still never dying. And he won't die at this rate. Camille getting a little bit caught out. Here comes the chance, but they're just going to run away.
Zach literally has 100% KP
100%.
for DePaul, which is nuts.
100%.
He is doing some work.
He's doing
Shen
everything.
is close. I mean, Shen's at 90%. That's nuts.
That's absolutely insane.
These guys are doing work.
And, they have the confidence right now. Are they going to start the Baron? No, they are not. They're not going to flip it. They're going to be looking for a fight. Get the vision they can. Bearing a ton of damage. Zach looking for the E, not going to find it. Going to wait until these lanes start pressuring up. They're gonna start it. They're going to start the Baron. The pink ward comes down. They're going to clear that out almost instantly. But they are going to 50-50. The J4 has the flagging drag over the wall. They time it right. The damage is huge. Getting down to 1K. And blue team takes it. And it doesn't matter. They're going to walk right out, and no fight is going to happen. DePaul University going to be taking that Baron for absolutely no repercussions whatsoever.
You know, we saw that one fight from Bloom where they're able to do some work after they get that Jinx down. But when you're in an OBJ like that, I mean, you have the diving potential still, but you're on the other side of the wall. I mean, you need something crazy going on. You need to get the hell in there and see what you can do. I mean, that's what the comp's all about on the side of Bloom. I don't know if we saw it in that last fight where Jinx died. We need to see some more of that. They want. Oh my God, J4 with the ballsy recall, and Zach is just going in on the Cephalios, and now Rakan and him are having a little bit of a brawl with the Zach and the Shen. Have Victor coming to back him up. Oh my God, he's almost dead there. They get out. I was a little scary for them.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh my God.
You know, it looked like
Luckily
a pretty good,
for them.
it looked like a pretty decent engage for the side of Bloom, but at the end of the day, it doesn't amount to anything. They have Baron, they're still gonna siege this up, take the inhibitor, possibly take even more towers.
Yeah, Zach knows he's immortal at this point.
Seriously.
And is doing whatever he wants right here to Bloom Gaming. So this is the problem, right? You're faced with the fact of, hey, listen, we want our inhibitor to drop because we want to try to get some sort of XP. But the charm goes down. Aphelios drops again.
Gone. That's it.
Oh my God. I mean, it's done for sure. Look at all their healths. They'll take the towers right here.
The Jinx is alive and the tower is sure to fall.
Oh, yeah.
Minions alive. They're trying to recall. It is not going to be in time. The health bars are just too little, too late. The damage comes in, and there it is. DePaul University going to take game one. Incredible.
Yeah, just absolutely a totally different game once mid-game hit.
Yes.
DePaul able to just wipe them. There was nothing Bloom Gaming could even do to respond. I mean, we were looking at 2 kills.
Yep.
2 kills. That was it right here. And that's all they had to do to answer right now. So this is a problem for Bloom Gaming, right? Whether it's the champions, whether you ban out Zach, whether you ban out that comp, I don't know. But you need to sit back and realize what just happened to me. What just happened to my whole team?
So then got to highlight, nearly all the gold is in the jungle. That is a 5K jungle gold lead right now. Absolutely absurd. You cannot have that. Support leading by 2K. And that's just really the story of the game right now. The engage was absolutely impossible for Blue Gaming to overcome.
Yeah, just one of those sad moments.
Yeah.
Where you think, like, because for so long, that game was so even.
Yes.
And right at like that 16, 17 minute mark is where things started to just go a different way. And we started to see it go over to DePaul Gaming. And then from there, it never stopped.
Yep.
It didn't even slow down. I mean, the lead was just incredible. They got the soul point. They got the Baron. They just kept getting kills over kills over kills over kills. And then you start to realize, like, hey, listen, I'm a Zach. I can fully engage for our team. I have yet to die.
Yep.
I am pretty much where I want to be at this point. Let's keep going. Let's keep ganking lanes. Let's keep engaging fights. And that's what they did. And it was done for Bloom Gaming.
It was done. And you want to know why it was done? I think DePaul University utilized our incredible sponsor.
I think so. But
Who's that again?
before we get to that, we have a couple follows, actually. We have a couple follows.
Wrath.
Mo and Wrath.
That's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much for following.
You came
It
just
means
in
that
time.
You did come just in time. A game just finished.
And we're about to hear.
I don't know if you saw it or not. It was incredible.
It was amazing.
But we do have a sponsor.
We do have a sponsor. We're about to hear about an incredible service. Coachify GG. Josh, take it from here.
I mean, listen, we've talked to you guys about Coachify before. It's Coachify. If you're a coach, if you're a student, where else do you go but Coachify.gg? That's Coachify.gg into your browser. Chrome, Brave, Opera, GX if you're a weirdo, Firefox if you're a homie, Edge if you're whatever. You type in Coachify.gg and you figure the hell out what you're going to do with your life in League of Legends. If you want to improve, you get a coach. You sign up the coach. If you're a coach and you want some students, you go on to Coachify.gg, you sign up, and you get the money. You have no commission or fees taken away from you. Just join the site! Woo!
Do it! Do
it.
I could not have said it better myself.
No,
I could not have
I
said it
tried.
better myself.
Came nowhere close.
No, and there's rehearsals for this kind of stuff, right? It says, hey, listen, we all want to see you try to do this.
We do.
And Josh single-handedly is, I think, 14 or 13 out of 14. You beat him on one of them.
You're right.
You beat him on one of them. But it's 13 out of 14. Josh is the best out of all that we got
I know.
right here. And
What are these guys talking about,
it's
man?
absolutely incredible. And you can feed this man, and he still does great.
You know what else
Hey,
is
tell me what to do,
it's beautiful.
Tell me what to do.
It's beautiful. But you know what? You know what's great?
Oh, okay.
All right,
We'll be
we're
right
gonna
back.
interview.
Oh,
All
yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
You
We'll
guys
be
saw
right back.
earlier all the problems. We gotta fix those.
Yeah.
crazy.
You know?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wait a second.
Whoa!
Number 2, game
Hey,
2.
look, we're back. I mean, I know it's been a night, guys. I'm sorry about that. We are on game 2 though.
We are. We're here.
I'm pretty sure DePaul just absolutely went off in the second half of the game.
You know, and you thought for the longest time Bloom was in the driver's seat, but you know, a couple mid-game team fights threw that right out of the water.
That's all I needed.
And you know, I think we even got the pick ban queued up real quick. We do not.
I think it's done.
We don't have the pick ban, do we?
I tried to preface it with you guys. I said it's been a night, so we actually. Wow, lucky. We almost got locked in.
We almost got locked in, baby.
But so we do not have pick ban for y'all. I'm sorry. You should plug in your laptop on your right side, my friend. We don't have the pick ban, but we can get right into the match, and we will happily go over the picks.
We've gone a while, but you know, I have to get this off my chest. I want to congratulate Chase on the birth of his first child.
Oh my God!
It's so weird because, right, you're never ready until that moment.
No.
It happens. Never ready until that
And we're
moment.
gonna cut you off right here. We're getting right into game action. You know, your child. You know, it's gonna be there tomorrow.
And his name is Silas, for those of you who are wondering.
Silas.
Yes, Silas. is his
Top
name.
lane Silas.
Mid lane.
What?
Yes, mid lane Silas.
He's mid lane?
That's what he's gonna grow up to be. Yes.
That's what he's gonna grow up to be. But I'm seeing a Silas top lane. Can
He's
you
gonna
explain that?
he's gonna be just like his dad, who is a mid lane Silas.
Hard stuck
and
mid lane Silas.
Averages 17
stuck.
kills a game. Doesn't matter.
Hard stuck.
Doesn't matter. Averages 17 kills a game.
Yeah,
So I
that's
want to
true.
put that for the record. Over 22 games. Averages
22 games.
Averages 17 kills a game.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good, but you're hard stuck.
Okay, averages 17 kills a game.
All right, that's fair.
All right, so I want to look at these comps real quick. So we have for DePaul, we have Silas, a fan favorite,
No,
a
dude.
god champion. Wukong, Lissandra, Jinx again,
Oh my god.
and Milio again. So they loved the synergy between Jinx and Milio in the last game. They went against it, and now, or wait, Bloom is definitely on the. Bloom is
Bloomin'.
Bloom's on the red side again.
Yeah, Bloom.
Yeah.
Bloom's
Okay,
doing some
so
things.
they picked Jinx, Milio again. We didn't see the champ select.
Yeah.
We lost it. It's gone. It's in space.
It
gone.
does, but it doesn't matter.
no,
You know,
it does not.
I gotta say though, on the side of Bloom, the Malphite J4
That is
Annie,
nasty.
that's some engage right there.
They had it last game. They
I
need
just
to
want
they
to
need
put
to
out,
capitalize
if
on it.
I'm Silas in this matchup, right? You have some pretty great ultimates.
Yes.
Pretty great ultimates. One of the best ultimates you can possibly have in the game is the Malphite ult.
That is true.
Another one is a Lulu ult, and they're running with the Aphelios again. They said, hey, listen, we didn't make it quite work last time. This time's the right time.
Yes.
That's what they said. The other team running the exact same composition in the bot lane as a Jinx Melios right here. The extended range is perfect for this matchup.
Yes.
But we want to reiterate, Pat, I'm going to toss it to you. What happened to Jinx?
4 AD. 4 AD. Can you believe it?
Oh,
How is
whoa,
it? But
whoa,
J4,
it's a level 2 gank.
J4 smells that
level
4,
2 game.
smells
What
the
are they gonna
480
do?
level
What are they
18
doing?
gone, and it's over. Jinx cannot get out of this. Gonna save her flash. J4 gonna save the flag and drag. When is the flash gonna come through? The flag and drag comes in. The flash, the heal, all comes in, and that's going to be enough to get her out. The J4 gonna have to run for his life. That is 2 summoners blown for nothing. The Lulu blows her heal, but at the end of the day, J4 gets out. The Jinx loses both of her summoners. The Milio loses the exhaust, and it is an advantage for Bloom Gaming.
I mean, that initial gank where you're J4, you're going in, everyone has their sums. You saw him walk up to the Jinx. He just starts auto-attacking her, that passive, boom, that max HP. You got to be careful of when you're using the flag and drag. Wukong is in this guy's jungle, actually. Matter of fact, he wants this kill bad.
Yes, he does.
He does want it. But that was a good bot lane gank over here. You pull a lot of summoners over for
Yes.
blue side right here. But is it enough? And so you got to ask yourself, you know where your position is when you make a level 2 gank like
Yes.
that, right? The enemy jungler typically knows where you are. Wukong, should have invaded the jungle right now.
Yeah.
But he's sitting here, he does a bot lane gank and then waits for the Scuttle Crab.
He's sitting around, yeah.
J4 is able to catch up in the XP. He's also going to take the top side Scuttle Crab.
Yes.
As it should be. He should do his main buff or skip it and go for the Scuttle Crab. Then do his main buff.
Wukong going to look for maybe a gank onto the mid lane. The Annie probably playing at a pretty safe range. Nothing crazy going to be happening there. The bot lane pretty even. Can we scroll over to the mid lane real quick? Possibly a play. Annie taking a lot of damage. J4 is there to save her, though. The Wukong still looking for that and will take the smite onto the Scuttle. Damage is absolutely huge, but the damage out of the J4 is huge. Wukong going to have to run away, though, because here comes the Malphite. The damage is huge. J4 taking an absolute ton of damage, but it looks like Lissandra going to have to run for her life. The flash, the first blood going over to Annie. Lissandra going to be going down. That's an early advantage for Bloom Gaming.
That's flash for Malphite and Annie, plus Annie's Ignite there.
Yes.
A lot of sums for the first blood, but it's first blood.
is.
It's always worth it for the first blood, right? As you get 400 gold, typical to the 300 gold, right? Yeah. But Lissandra is one of those champions where it doesn't matter kind of how many deaths you get because your passive is just so effective in team fights. Annie is a great champion overall for farming and doing a ton of burst damage. So we might see something with it. Annie plays to just absolutely eliminate the Aphelios. But what do they have to counter that? They have a Lulu.
They do.
So it's hard for Annie. It's hard for Annie because Melios is on the other team. So that was actually a trick question.
They really.
Yeah. So Melios, who can block this CC
All right, it's Melio.
from Annie, Jinx can do a lot to escape that part.
Yes, it's true.
Yes. So thank you for following along with that comment.
No,
that's by Pat.
Yeah. I'll take full responsibility for that absolutely long, elongated path of thought that honestly led us nowhere, but at the same time, it enlightened us. It enlightened us.
It did enlighten us because Melios has a CC clan.
That is true.
And Jinx, it's Jinx and Draven, one of those champions that get.
Oh, big damage right here. Melio looking for the engage, the Q barely missing, going to be able to get out of there. The Wukong is going to farm. It's going to farm the J4. The damage is huge. The Blast Cone goes over, but it looks like Wukong still wants it. Flash for flash. J4 gets out. Wukong has the advantage, going to go for this dragon.
Yeah, Wukong does not want the smoke that the tower brings.
No.
J4, level 3, says, listen, I'm going to farm my Grom.
Yeah.
That probably seems like the best case scenario right now.
And then, you know what? That's fair.
The dragon is going to go over to blue side right now, which is huge. Lissandra level 6, Annie level 6. I would love to see what happens.
Big money. Big money.
Silas taking a brief advantage.
Ooh, Annie getting a decent amount of damage into the mid, but Lissandra trading right back. The electric procs traded on both sides. Blue team takes the dragon. The Annie is just in a really good spot, taking a lot of damage though. Up about 10 CS, has the kill. Still has not bot, still sitting on the Doran's ring. Bot lane, and a doubling of CS, the Aphelios over the Jinx. You don't see that too often. You gotta wonder what's happened down here. And this Aphelios has been an absolute comfort pick for Bloom. Getting absolutely massive, but here's J4 waiting for his cooldowns. They have no idea he's here.
He wants something right here.
He wants it.
The pink ward, so there's no vision currently on.
Yeah,
here.
cooldown.
Look out for the Melios.
Cooldown's almost certainly going to be
extended.
up. And here it is.
Jinx right here. He's making a full power play right
Melio.
now. Okay.
The flag and drag misses. Oh, you know, but it's a good effort to go for right there. The Aphelios can just clear this one out, probably get a back off, but does have the pickaxe already. Probably doesn't have a lot of gold for this back. The Annie just chilling. 50 CS over 42, just going to farm from a range with her Q. The Lissandra not really doing too much, has 0 mana. Gonna probably have to recall pretty soon. But the Annie is just absolutely chilling in a really good situation, has a ton of gold to spend on her first recall. The Malphite laying absolute waste to the Silas. The damage is huge. The Malphite nerfs not really showing their effect this game. Aphelios gonna have to respect that. But the Malphite coming in. Here comes the Wukong on top of the damage is going to be there. The Malphite going to have to run away. The clone coming through. The ult away, and that is going to be it. The trade of ultimates at the end of the day. No summoner spells blown, and at the end of the day, Malphite gonna have to get out of there. No TP though.
And quickly, I'd like to point out that Bloom is a medical school. They have bright futures and don't spend 18 hours a day playing League of Legends.
Never.
Because of this, they actually have courses unlike business majors.
Ooh.
And that can be a deficit.
Yes.
That could be a deficit.
I mean, I've heard business majors, their homework ends up being, you know, hey, look at the market cap of Google. Okay, that's your assignment.
That's it.
You know, I mean, it's if they can use a computer, they can figure it out. But at the end of the day, medical school, you're going to learn a lot of stuff about the human body. Very
That
important
is true.
stuff. The human body.
But the human body.
I know a little
has-
too much about the human body.
Yeah, you know about a bone in a body.
Yeah, that's right.
How many bones does the human body have? How many?
Bow, bow,
205?
bow.
I know I have at least one.
Isn't it 205?
I have at least one
I got-
bone.
So 206 if they're around you.
That's right.
For sure.
Bada
It's
boom.
around there.
Bada boom, bada
It's in
bone.
the thousands or something.
And you know, speaking of bones, we got a massive gold lead for Bloom Gaming right now. 1K at 9, nothing to shake your head at. You know, the kill coming over, the CS lead as well. Annie, Aphelios, Malphite, everyone in a slight lead. The jungle, though, Wukong getting a slight edge there, but it's still absolutely massive for Bloom. Can they possibly lead into this one and even up the series?
I mean, like you said, that's a 30 CS lead.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
they did
that's-
it last
That's
game
a lot.
too.
I
That's a
know.
couple kill. That's a couple
I
kill
know.
CS lead.
Yeah.
I know, but we saw this last game. The advantage was enough.
Oh,
Lulu
God.
going to get hit
Uh-oh.
by the Jinx trap. The damage is huge. Here comes
look
Wukong.
at the Wukong.
Lulu is going to have to flash to get out. The Aphelios taking a huge amount of damage, and the ultimate coming through. The Aphelios goes down. Lulu running for her life, and there it is. The gold pretty much even up. Kills evened up. A kill coming over from Wukong, and Aphelios giving over his life.
Poor little Aphelios, right? Oh, in
Oh,
the
the Jinx
backstop
wanted.
Yeah.
for the Lulu. That's just as bad as dying in my eyes
Oh,
right here.
Wukong
But
wants
playing
this.
a very aggressive following in the J4. He's going to get blast coned out of there. But it looks like he has priority over whatever he wants right now in this game. Bot lane able to pick up a nice, clean kill. So, Jinx, what do you do, right? You're behind 23 CS.
You are behind, but you know
You're up.
that you got a little assist there. You know you're still behind for sure, but you saw what happened last game. She got her items, and you know once you hit that mythic, that second item, she started to dominate in team fights, and maybe that's going to be enough for her this game too. She definitely has the follow up with the Sandra, the Silas, the Wukong. She has the engage opportunities. It is by no stretch over for DePaul University.
But can you do it this game? I mean, Annie is a problem. For
Yes,
80 character,
that is
right?
true.
Annie is a problem. Absolutely can one-shot.
No
You have-
cleanse for the Jinx. No
Right,
cleanse.
you have a little bit of leeway with Emilios on your team, right? Who gives that heal and a little bit of
True.
CC cleanse. But I would love to see, to me, this is a mid lane focused game right here. That's what I see.
You know, I have to agree with that. Speaking of mid lane focus, Lysandra
Oh
tries
my.
to go in with the E, has to blow a flash. Wukong is here. The damage is huge. Annie is going to go down. This is absolutely massive. The J4 about to go down as well, has to flash out, and that is another kill going over to the side of DePaul University. And just like that, they want to put their mark on this game and try to get that 2-0. Rift Herald, Liz Proc, trying to get as many... Okay, we followed the ult, didn't amount to much, but... it's all good. That gold lead, about 500 in the side of DePaul. They are in the driver's seat now. The Annie kind of neutralized. The Jinx in control. The CS leads are still on the side of Bloom, but the kills are speaking for themselves.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm a little bit worried about the Aphelios with the gold lead in the team composition. To be honest, that's what I'm worried about. He is the champion that can make it work for this team right here.
It is.
So I want to see it.
We got to fight right here. The J4 goes over. He doesn't have much of anything. The Wukong goes for the ult. The damage is huge, but Wukong taking a match amount of damage. Here comes an Malphite on top of the J4. The damage is huge,
my God.
and it is going to be a kill onto Lysandra. The Jinx has to run for her life, gets the auto attack off. Maybe she did not want that. Running away, double kill on to the J4. Going to get under her tower. That is going to be the Dragon going over, and another 3 kills going over onto Bloom. And just like that, they get back in the driver's seat and get this Dragon.
Yeah, and very unfortunate, right? Because Malphite was able to just get to that fight where Silas walked all the way down from top lane and was not able to get anywhere close to it. It doesn't matter.
No.
You already picked off a few kills, so the Dragon's going to go over to your side. Aphelios able to do what he wants with the J4 ultimate right there. A lot of damage over here. He did have to flash due to the Wukong pressure, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's right.
You can do what you need to do
I can
right
do
now.
it too.
So, you pick up a 3-kill lead right here for Bloom Gaming.
That's right.
And
That's
a
right.
dragon lead.
3-kill lead, about like 1.5 in the gold advantage. And, Bloom Gaming's got to be feeling pretty good. Maybe they can even this series up. But we saw this last game, and that DePaul University does not give up. They still have that Jinx, that hyper carry that scaled them into last game. The Wukong still has 2 kills, but that J4 getting really huge. CS absolutely pretty much even. 2-0-2 to 2-1-0. J4 getting really massive and still has not bought. The Mythic on the Wukong with J4 has still yet to recall and get that gold spend. It's going to be really interesting to see what he manages to buy there. But Annie, being pretty chill here. The Milio comes in. Nothing really going to happen. Going to get the CS under tower. Malphite looking to do something top. And so is the Silas. Nothing really happening up here. Wukong hovering around. Maybe trying to look for something if the Malphite pushes up too far. But, pretty silent. But Wukong is here. It looks like the ult is stolen. The Silas goes in. Now they're going to have to run for his life. Here comes the Wukong. Here comes Lissandra. This is almost certainly going to be a kill. The ultimate comes down. The damage is absolutely huge, and that's going to be kill over to the Silas. The Malphite getting dead. Getting dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the Silas comes back into the game.
Malphite, he got 3-man top lane, and then he got his ult stolen. So it's not a good time for you over here. Lonzo, we actually had a chance to interview. I think this is a very good pick once you see that team come and say, hey, listen, I have a pretty decent amount of ultimates that I can steal right
All
here.
of them are fantastic.
Every
single one of them.
You really cannot go wrong with it. Besides maybe a Aphelios ult. But we got a lot of damage going on
the damage
right
huge.
here.
Emilio running for his life.
What he can.
The flash.
Out of the J4 ultimate, and he's going to walk away right now. Jinx trying to do what she can to trade back for damage, but it's not a ton.
2 summoner spells, both summoner spells for the Emilio. Not going to have that for the upcoming dragon fight. That's going to be a big point of contention. And the Aphelios just ballooning his gold lead even more. Not really showing on the total gold, but it actually is a Bloom still in the driver's seat. And that bot lane is a huge part of it. Same with the mid lane, the CS, the kill lead. Really showing full force. But here comes Wukong. Malphite still pushed up too far. The Wukong ultimate, the Malphite ults out, but is that going to be enough? The slow coming from the smite. The reproc on the ultimate. Malphite is going to get out. The thumbs up is not going to be enough. But here comes Annie. Big damage. Milio dies.
No.
Jinx is not long for this world. And dead. Double kill onto the Annie. 4-1-0. This tower not long for this world. There goes Tibbers dead. But it doesn't matter. The gold has already gone over. 7-3. Bloom Gaming with the gold lead. 24,000 to 22,000. 2K ballooning that even further. And Bloom Gaming's in the driver's seat. Wants to force the game 3.
Go over to the Wukong.
That is true. That is true. But here comes the Andy. Big damage.
You call it Tibbers? I've heard it Timbers.
I've heard that too.
I've
But
heard that.
That's what the
story-
champions
that's a
do. The
story for
champions
another
fall
day.
over when
That
Tibbers
is a
is out
story
for
for
sure.
another day.
What an excellent execution down the bot lane.
Yes.
Realize that you're in a 4v2 scenario and you made it work without losing a single person.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Able to pick up a huge amount of a lead right now. A 300 gold shutdown. A Jarvan also has a 150 gold shutdown to a no shutdown.
The
over here
J4
from
might be
Lisa.
caught here. The Lissandra's over the wall, but J4 is going to get himself out. The Annie helps him get out in that regard. Both champions going to run for their lives. And it looks like DePaul tried to look for something and nothing there. But J4 wants to go in, has the support now. The Aphelios damage is absolutely huge, killing everybody. The health bar is getting low, but the Milio is enough to keep them alive. And they're going to go back, lick their wounds, and try to both fight for this dragon coming up in a minute.
You would think there's a lot more than 3 to 7 kills in this game with how much of a trade that's been happening.
It's crazy.
It's a little wild.
It's jarring.
A little wild.
It's jarring.
Yes.
Speaking of jarring, it looks like Lulu might have an advantage on this mid lane. Malphite coming in as well. Is this going to be a fight? Not exactly. They're trying to get as much pressure on this mid lane as possible to try to threaten for the possibility of this dragon. And it's just looking really good for Bloom. Up about 2K gold lead. They really want to force this game 3. Want us to go the distance. And at the end of the day, they have that ability.
What do you think? You want them to just end it in 2 or you want to go 3? Give me your opinion right now.
As much as I would love to end it in 2, nothing beats a 3-game series.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Nothing in the history has ever beaten a 3-game series. And speaking of, nothing's ever beat. No one has ever beat somebody taking 2 out of 3 dragons.
I'm gonna recorrect you on that one and say nothing has ever beat somebody like business majors.
That's
like,
right.
Damn, I got a pyramid scheme due
That's
this
right.
Friday.
You ever heard about my boy Ponzi?
Yeah, Ponzi schemes are the way to go these days.
That's right. Keep them ignorant and keep them thirsty. That's
Yep,
how you.
that's it.
That's how you complete it.
Remember, it's just in the way that you label your Ponzi scheme. That's it. That's the only fault that you can possibly do. As long as you make it so it's possible for the 90% to get to the 1%, you're okay. If you make a system where it's impossible for the 90% to get to the 1%, then it's a Ponzi scheme.
And now, I'd like to highlight the difference between impossible and virtually impossible.
No, impossible.
Impossible. Exactly. Yep. And we never have that. You always have the opportunity to advance, and they always have the opportunity to take this top tower here. And, DePaul University, they are not out of this game yet. The gold is still very close. With that charge, it's about, 1.8, 1.6. It's not undoable, but it's still very early in the game. And, that Aphelios, the Annie, the J4, it's just a lot of gold onto them. And they can really imprint their will onto this game. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. Dragon not coming up for a while. We about a minute on the Baron. Don't think we'll see a Baron spawn take. This game could go anywhere. We saw DePaul in a similar situation, slightly behind, but still in the game. And they found a couple team fights to get them right back into this one. Josh, you think they can still do it?
So it's interesting because it's kind of a switcheroo here where Bloom has the big engage team comp here.
Yes.
Also, though, on the flip side, DePaul has something similar where they have the Wukong, the Lysandra, and Silas. If he wants, he can take, like you guys said, Malphite, J4, anyone's ult, really, if he wants. So it's interesting to see these team fights. Once these players actually have a decent amount of items, they're doing their damage, a full team fight, that Annie's still going to be doing a lot. I mean, that Lunen's plus the needlessly large run.
No chance.
It's dead.
Done.
I mean, it's gone already.
Boom!
Gone. Just finished.
And, that is the difference that the DePaul game can make onto a Scuttle Crab right there.
That is. I mean, you're down 3-7. Who cares?
Yeah.
I can destroy that Scuttle
That Scuttle knows who's boss.
Yep.
And little hint, it's not Bloom Gaming.
No, it's not.
But speaking of boss, this fight is going to be pretty boss, if I had to guess. Both teams are hovering around this.
To be honest with you, if I'm Bloom Gaming, I take this fight right now because Silas actually took Aphelios ult.
That's not what he wants.
I want to take a fight right now.
Oh, speaking of it, Aphelios wants to fight.
Annie!
Wukong ult! It's going to be huge damage. Annie's going to go down, and nothing is going to happen as a result. Aphelios getting some free hit damage, but Silas is on him. Huge damage coming through, and Aphelios almost going to go down. No, but lives barely, but Aphelios manages to get the kill. The fight is so close. 3 people alive on both sides. The Jinx is re-hitting, though. Shut down, going over the J4, and then the Lulu on top of it. Double kill, and that's going to be Baron. And just like that, they're back into this game. DePaul, 7-8 is the kills. Baron coming over, and there it is. Oh my god, just one fight is all it takes. Jinx is back into the game, and the momentum is all on DePaul's side.
Yeah, it's always a problem when you use your Malphite ult to get out of team fights.
Yes, that's not good.
That's when you know it's bad right here. The blue team has slain the Baron Nashor right now, and this is what you want if you're DePaul.
Yeah,
this is it, right? You get a power play right here. So you can look for a couple turrets right now. You have the Baron to push it.
If I gotta.
The wave clear is not too great if you're Bloom Gaming.
If I got to highlight, Lons, man, on that Silas, found every carry he needed to. That Aphelios looked like maybe he was going to kite his way out, but Lons, block again, gets that chain onto him, goes in, finishes him off, and that decides the fight. With no Aphelios, the Jinx was just allowed to free hit, and that fight was absolutely over. And there it is. DePaul, they like to keep us on the edge of our seats, but there it is. 2K gold lead now, and they're in the driver's seat. They have the Baron buff. They have the power, and they're going to win. At this rate, they're going to win.
I mean, 1 minute till that Dragon, that next play is on its way. It is very, very close.
If DePaul can pick this up, that gets rid of the threat of Soul Point. That's an absolutely huge Dragon they want to be picking up. But at the same time, they have a lot of gold on the map in the respective towers. Bot lane outer, mid lane inner, top lane inner, they still have a lot of gold to pick up.
So if I'm Lysandra here, I'm a little scared. I mean, J4 can show up out of nowhere. Malphite show up out of nowhere. Maybe they got the vision anyway. They got the vision. Red's got that. Malphite's going to push just top tower. His is gone from the rift. That second tier is almost gone from the rift charge as well. Malphite just, I want to get this one down. I'm a little tired of this. I got to catch up a little bit. Let me get some gold here from this tower. Silas has been doing work in the team fights. Malphite, you know. Oh, and it looks like Wukong
And we're
died,
done.
but I can no longer see the game.
And we're
it's
back.
It's back. It's back. But yeah, I mean, Annie's just dead.
Yeah.
Annie is
Annie is dead.
perished.
This game, it's crazy. You think Bloom is in the driver's seat, but DePaul just knows how to find that slight angle in a team fight and take control.
And this is tied up 8-8 with 2
It's
Dragon
tied up
Feet.
to 8-8, but look at the gold. 1K and some change on the side of DePaul.
You look at that bot CS difference too. You're pushing
It's-
70,
and
75.
that's keeping Bloom into the game. This
Wow.
Aphelios absolutely huge with the
I know,
damage.
but
2 items to
seriously.
1.5.
And that's your answer, right? Your
Yes.
answer is Aphelios. You just better
Oh,
hope
wait a
Silas
second.
never takes your
Silas
ultimate
running
and
away.
destroys him.
Has to blow the flash
That's
together
all
for the
you can.
J4.
All you can hope for is nobody on DePaul Gaming
Yes.
gets to Aphelios. You win.
Yes.
You win if that's the case. You win if that's the case.
That is correct.
So let's see what happens over the next 2 fights. I know his starting to go the way for DePaul Gaming, but I want to see. Listen, if Lulu can step it up and drop that ultimate on him, she has the items to make
Yes.
things work.
That is true.
I want to see Aphelios say, listen, I got this game. I
That's
got
right.
Gale Force. I can make things work for us. And then it's over. There's
know.
nothing you can do to
The way
Aphelios
this
at
game,
that
the way this game is going, the Aphelios is going to be first with a third item. That third item is a huge break point for 80 carries. Going to be absolutely cleaving fights when he gets that armor pen. It's going to be really interesting to see how quickly Aphelios can impact these fights. But that being said, dragons are even. Gold is close to even, slightly in favor of DePaul. This game right now can absolutely go either way. And it's just going to be a matter of who makes the least amount of mistakes.
This is my favorite type of game, honestly. I feel like it's hard to argue where both teams are so close. You have the team that when they're behind can find the, like you said, find the weak points in the armor. I guess I would say where Bloom had this huge lead. They had a lead. Early game leads are bigger than late game leads.
Yes.
Honestly, I mean, you have so much more gold in the early game. You have some items. That early game AD, early game AP, whatever. When you're fighting someone, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
They were able to still come back from that and now have the gold lead. 8 and 8.
Yeah,
Barely 2K
I know,
difference.
and if you're decided to Paul right now, you it's hard to tell if you're in the driver's seat or not. The kills are even, but the CS speaks for itself. Oh, and Annie is a little bit caught out right here. This is almost certainly going to be a
she's
kill.
finished.
Here comes Lysandra. The damage coming through. Wukong going to be picking that one up to Paul, getting an even bigger advantage right now.
Little Wukong got
Yeah.
slap her out.
Yeah, slapped her right out, dude.
The only good news is there's no objectives that can be taken at this point right here besides Scuttle Crab if you want to get really that consistent.
I know.
I do love the Scuttle Crab.
The Scuttle Crab is a master at dodging abilities. Did you
He
know
is.
that?
He is.
Yeah.
They is. I don't want to assume anything.
Is that the real pronoun?
Well, listen, I don't
Something like
know,
that.
but I'm not getting canceled.
Right,
out
let's
here
not
in the
get
episode.
let's not get too involved in that
Let's
conversation.
not, no, and speaking of not involved,
Milio is dead.
Milio's not too involved in being alive.
Right.
J4 found that low health Milio and just took him out of the game. And that is gold going over to the side of Bloom. Bloom will love to take that. Dragon still coming up in a minute 50. Nothing going to affect that. That being said, though, DePaul is still confident trying to push this one up.
It's still 99 kill wise,
It's-
right? The goal's a little different by 2K.
Yeah.
27 minutes. As well.
You're still 2 dragons, so nobody gets soul points
And,
right now.
you know-
There's a lot going on.
This is when the allegations come out like, oh, it's just an ARAM, nothing's happening, just get some sideways, just play the objective, blah, blah, blah. You know what?
Read the script.
Read the
That's
script.
not what happened.
I know, it's not what happens. And all I gotta say is, we got Baron coming up in 15 seconds, and I guarantee you, I smell a coin flip right here. Coin flip Barons
mean, it
are the
really
way to end
is.
this game. Oh, speaking of coin flips, this Malphite is coin flipping his
Uh-oh.
whole life. 4 people onto it. He's going to ultimate out, and that is not how you want to start the fight. No,
Oh,
Malphite
it gives the
ultimate.
thumbs up, though. Let's go, baby!
That's right. That's right. He thought that was a great play, but at the end of the day, that's just Baron over. D. Silas has the Malphite ultimate. He
The
may as well.
Silas ultimate will expire soon, though.
He will expire soon, but the damage is absolutely huge. The J4 are going to be sticking around.
Watch
with
this
the Annie.
J4 steal. I'm calling it.
Oh,
I'm
the
calling
J4
it.
steal coming in.
I'm calling
the
it.
damage is huge. They're going for the TP. The Malphite coming in, but will he have anything? He doesn't have his ultimate. He's going to scare him off. The Wukong's still in the pit. Do they fight this? The damage coming in. The damage is absolutely huge. Who is going to go down first? The damage is coming in on both sides. Flashing out. Oh, and it looks like the Silas is going to go down. And he's going to be picking that one up. And Bloom in the driver's seat.
So
the Jinx is still free hitting out of it. But here comes Lissandra. Maybe go again, maybe not. J4 walking out, and that's going to deter the Baron, and that is going to be it. 1 kill going over, and that is the story of the fight. The Silas going down, the Baron stopped, and Bloom lives to fight another day.
Yeah, just a great projection by them. Even with the Malphite all on CD, they said, listen, we still have the power. We still have a lot of AOA team comp, because that's what they have, right?
Yes.
And they're able to make a lot of moves over here. They're looking to try to get their third
the dragon coming up. This is huge.
And this could be possible for them. It really could be. It really could be.
The Silas has no TP.
What goes on?
And the Aphelios is doing absolutely massive amounts of damage. The clone has to come out just to block all of that. The Wukong hovering over the blast cone. Going to look for the steal, and it's not going to be enough. The red team takes the dragon, and just like that is on the soul point. Really huge play for Bloom Gaming, getting them back into this game. Really nice execution all around. Really nice execution all around.
Yes.
All right.
Listen, look at this. Look at this.
What am I looking at?
Got hit right in that.
Yes. Listen to him.
And Jinx gets the nice cannon farm right over here. Silas clearing the Baron pit. So you're either baiting them into what's going on right here because you no longer have vision. But Annie able to get something down, know what's going on right here. And this is once again a very close game. The Baron is started over here. J4 knows what's going on by the flag going down right here. 10,000 health going over for the Baron over the side. DePaul Gaming right here. They still keep going on. I don't know if you bait it in at this point or you just say, hey, listen, we're going to do a ton of damage. If they contest it, we take it. So 6,000, 5,000 HP go over to here.
Getting low. It's
Malphite making his way over onto where Lissandra dropping it
J4.
all over onto right now. Aphelios is taking a lot of damage.
Oh, the damage is absolutely huge. Here it comes. And I don't even know who's winning this fight. The Jinx is free hitting, so is the Aphelios, but it looks like at the end of the day, it's going to be Bloom Gaming taking this one. And that's it. The Silas about to go down, going to be taking the Lulu with it, and it looks like that's going to be enough. A 2 for 5, but at the end of the day, Bloom Gaming takes that, a double kill for the J4.
Yeah, J4 doing so much damage, able to break that team apart. The first turret goes down over there for Bloom Gaming right now. They pick up their third dragon, so they're on soul point. They stop the Baron with a massive fight. Malphite and J4 literally still at full HP.
It's crazy.
So you've got to start to realize, hey, listen, this is a problem, right?
I know.
This is where you start to think. Silas is able to take Malphite ultimate, so you always have that opportunity. You can get a huge ult, which can grab 2, 3, 4, 5 people. At this point, that's what you got to start looking at. Hey,
but
listen.
You know, past the Jinx, how are you getting through that Malphite and J4? That front line is proving to be absolutely deadly right now. And an absolute problem, for sure. And, man, dude, the SLS is falling apart out here. I can't lie. We got beverages being spilt left and right. The ants are coming in. It is a bad situation. We got Russians talking in the background, dude, just living their best life. And at the end of the day, dude, Bloom Gaming really in the driver's seat, about 2K ahead, and you know they want this game 3. They want to force the best of 3. And they are in the position to do it.
And that's what I do if I'm Bloom Gaming, because you take an AoE team comp here.
That's it.
And you say to yourself, hey, listen, all we can do is rely on one team fight, and we can make everything happen that we want to happen. That's it. You have an Aphelios who can do a ton of damage. You have a Malphite who can break up an entire 5-team comp if you get the right ultimate in here. Silas able to steal that Malphite ult. He's able to do the exact same thing. But we haven't seen it yet.
No.
We haven't seen it yet. We've seen...
Ooh, just barely getting out. The Aphelios having to blow the Gale Force to be able to gut to safety. And, you know, the Baron is up. The Dragon coming up soon. Bloom Gaming in a little bit of trouble without the Gale Force. little trouble without the Gale Force. They might be looking to get the Baron here. Not so much. The Wukong goes over the wall and going to have to run away. The Annie running for her life. And, Bloom Gaming put a little bit far back because they don't have that Gale Force active anymore. But at the same time, they do have that gold lead to make up for it.
Yeah, and once again, I want to reiterate the team comp from Bloom Gaming because it's just it's such an we got 3 to 4 to 5 of you in one fight.
No.
And I'm waiting for it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for it.
In 30 seconds, we'll see it.
I'm waiting for it, right? Because a dragon is coming up right here in 28 seconds.
Malphite on the push up top, but he has the teleport, and there are some decent wards right now to get in to that fight. But, looking mid lane here, they might want to get a pick before the fight happens. Here comes Wukong, the damage coming in, and the Flag and Drag. He is
Flashes
knocked out
out.
of that, has to flash out, blows the flash for this fight coming up. And maybe that is the advantage that DePaul was looking for. He has the Malphite ultimate as well that does the Silas. And this fight, 1 second on the Dragon, going down to 0. They might trade this. Both teams about to be at soul point. The TP coming in, though. Malphite going to be coming into this fight. This fight might be absolutely huge. Damage coming in. Damage is huge.
The blue team
it goes
takes
down.
it.
Jinx takes it, but Malphite gets a massive ultimate off. But Jinx is free hitting onto the back line. It doesn't matter.
Look at Felia's going to town right now.
Yeah, Felia's getting in there, but he's going to die.
No, he's not.
No, he's alive. You're right. But it doesn't matter. The Jinx getting kited back. And at the end of the day...
So you need to ask yourself right now, do we just go straight for Baron?
Yeah.
They took the Dragon. We have the lead over here. They're pushing all the way back.
The Silas...
It looks like that's what's going to be.
I know. The Silas and the Wukong do go down for the fight. The Dragon goes over, but that's going to be a trade for the Baron. At the end of the day, I suppose it's not even that bad. And the Baron going over for the side of Bloom. Both sides on the soul point. The Baron going over. Maybe this is enough to get their advantage that they need, but this game could not be any closer. Bloom with a slight gold lead, about 4K at 34 minutes, is not that insurmountable. But at the same time, DePaul has to be worried. They do have the soul point right now, but they are still not exactly in the driver's seat. Jinx free hitting, but not really getting the damage that they need. The armor pen just not coming through yet. And it is just a lull right now. Both teams trying to see what they can do. Get the waves pushed out. The Baron coming through. Going to be a push on the side of Bloom. What turrets can they get? A couple outers still there. The inhibitor turrets up for the most part. And both sides are going to try to see what they can do. But Bloom definitely in the driver's seat. That 4K gold lead is nothing to scoff at. The Aphel is getting absolutely massive. 5 kills. Almost 100 CS up on the Jinx right now. Working on his 4th item where Jinx only has her 3rd. And it is just a bad situation. The Malphite looking absolutely... But Malphite looking for the engager. Has a bit of the flank. Might look for the ultimate, but knows this is not the play. His teammates are not here. Going to be backing off, taking a lot of damage for it, but nothing really because he's tanky.
Malphite is a little bit overextended
But here comes Wukong.
right now.
The ultimate comes through. Not going to be enough. But they find the engager on Lissandra. Lissandra going to have to run for her life, but it's not going to be enough.
It dropped
the
immediately.
Annie dies. And it's going to be...
Never got a chance to get her ultimate
yeah,
off.
and the Malphite gets off.
Yeah.
Still at 3/4 HP. Nothing really happening there. Wukong does not have his ultimate. This siege is not looking too good for the side of DePaul University. Can they block this one off? The Jinx still full HP. The Malphite healing up to full as we speak.
Look at him go.
It's just too much. He's just an absolute
Look
menace.
at him go.
He doesn't
He's a
care.
machine
He
right
doesn't
now.
care right now.
Yeah, so neither does J4.
No. This siege is absolutely huge, and they are barely fending it off. The threat of the Malphite is still enough, and it looks like the Silas tries to find it. Lens looking for that engage, can't quite find it. Bloom Gaming definitely in the driver's seat, ballooning up to 6K right now in the gold lead. But this fight, looking for it, possibly. The Malphite comes in, the Silas, huge amount of damage. That damage is going to be enough. A shutdown onto the fellas. This fight could go the side of DePaul. Jinx free hitting. The resurrection comes in. Can Jinx get another reset? The Annie coming in on the side. Is it going to be enough? But no, the shutdown again. Wukong picking up that one, and they're running for their lives. Silas trying to pick up another kill onto this Lulu. Probably going to find it. The ultimate comes through, just barely missing the chains. But a huge amount of gold going over to that Jinx. And this game is anything but over.
Yeah, you still have that Baron ultimate right here, right? To stop it. You're going to lose, obviously, a second-tier mid-turret. There's nothing you can really do about that.
The
Annie
Dragon.
trying to make all her way over down to it. It's not enough. Drops the timbers.
Ooh.
And the TP comes in over here. But you're going to go down. You can't really push more than that, which is crazy. You take a couple of jungle camps, you do all you can do, realistically. And that's what we're looking at right now. A full back
And,
over here from DePaul.
I got to highlight a great engage by Lens on the Silas, finding the Aphelios, getting that shutdown onto the Jinx, an absolutely huge amount of gold for her, evening up that gold lead pretty much 100%. Still down about half an item, but has the armor pen to shred through the Malphite and J4 now. Yeah. A huge factor in this game.
Lysandra taking that blue buff away from the team. Lulu, a great job just to get out of it and not give another death over. It stops what you have as a couple kill siege and just says, hey, listen, Lulu is still up. It's still a problem. We need to just recall after we take this turret right here. Malphite is actually doing a very good job. But it's weird. Like, I want to see him do more. You know what I mean? I want to see a 3, 4, 5-person ult where it's just.
The Silas knocks out the flag drag. Here comes Lysandra. The damage is huge. This is going to certainly be enough to kill the J4. The TV comes in on the Malphite, but it's not enough. Jinx pops the traps. It's going to hit the Malphite. The Wukong still fighting on the backside, maybe taking a little too much damage. Same with the Silas. And this fight is so close. Both sides taking a lot of damage. Still 1-0. Lysandra trying to go in to fend them off, but the damage is huge. The Aphelios is still free hitting.
Oh my god.
The Zanya's pop gun almost certainly spell Lysandra's doom. The 1-for-1 comes in. Malphite is still untouched.
This could be Elder. This could be Elder.
This could 100% be the soul point. Not Elder, but the soul point.
Yeah, soul point. Yeah.
But
I'm sorry.
Still free hitting. The Malphite taking a ton of damage, and it's not going to be enough.
Is that a ton of damage?
Is it a ton of damage? For a Malphite, that's a ton of damage. But here comes Wukong. He's invincible. He's looking for the engage. Damage comes in. The Aphelios has to flash out. The Lulu getting out of there as well. The damage is huge. Lulu, that's 1 for life, but it's not going to be enough. The kill goes over to the Wukong. Aphelios almost out, but is it going to be enough? The slows come in. The damage is to the cleanse pops, and the
Annie making her way over to the bottom. The Malphite
on top of it. And oh my god, where's this fight going? Blue side almost looking going to take it, but Jinx is still free hitting. Shut down onto the Malphite. It's huge, and there it is. DePaul Gaming going to be taking the dragon, going to be taking the soul point, and in a massive fight that seemed to last the entire game, DePaul is in the driver's seat.
Thank you for the follow, or Paz. Yeah, I hope I said that right. But what a massive fight right here. Soul Dragon going over to DePaul Gaming right here. It's just it's incredible, right? Because you were able to have your champion movement go over so far.
If I got to highlight Ocean Soul in a game like this where you're in and out of fights so frequently,
not good if you're Bloom Gaming. Not good if you're Bloom Gaming right now.
I know.
This is a problem. Baron coming up very, very soon. You got 15 seconds on it.
Yeah, no.
So you need to start to think, hey, listen, do I steal this Baron? Do I let my team do their thing? They obviously have soul point.
Yep, it's not it's
Listen,
not good.
Guys, just get vision on it. I'm gonna steal Baron. That would be my thoughts now.
That'd be the comms for J4 right now. Can he get his team back in the game? The gold is 100 separating, virtually even. The soul is here, and that is the advantage for DePaul. But here comes Bloom. Bloom does not want to surrender this game quite yet. The stun is up on
Malphite making his way over, but it might be too late. Yeah,
it's not gonna be enough.
3,000. Blue team ends up with a Baron Nashor. J4 taking a lot of damage. He goes down immediately to Jinx.
The Annie's dead. The massive Wukong ultimate, and that's gonna be it. The Jinx is free hitting. Double kill onto the Jinx. Running away is the Lulu. It's not gonna matter. Triple kill onto the Jinx. Finished off ace on the Lysandra, and that's going to be it. That's almost certainly going to be the mid lane.
That's a problem.
And that is going to be the
That's a problem.
It's going to take this on the 2-0 and wipe this series clean.
Could this be it? You have a lot of death timers, right? You're looking at 30-second death timers
it's
right
enough.
now. You have a lot of problems right now. If you're Bloom Gaming, it looks like this could be it.
And that's it.
They were worried about, hey, listen, we already took one game off them. We're good to go, but I think it's over. I think it's over.
DePaul Gaming shows the supremacy right there. It doesn't matter if you're behind. It doesn't matter the state of the game. We will find the fights. We'll win the game, and that's what they showed us right there.
That is what they showed us.
Massive win by DePaul and a massive 2-0 series sweep.
A great game.
Wow.
A great game.
I mean,
great 2 games. A great 2 games.
Throwback to week 2.
Yeah.
Right?
The game just goes back and forth, back and forth. Who's going to win it? Who the fuck knows?
But at the same time, that game's almost controlled in a way. It's just like definitely. One advantage here, one advantage there. It is so close.
And I want you to take a look at this gold disparity right
Look
here
at the
right
80
now.
carries.
Yes.
Look at the 80 carries.
Look at the 80 carries, and I also want you to look at the jungle right here.
Damage.
Let's round it up to 14K
Oh
to 32K gold.
Dude, what is that?
32K gold.
That's not a real number, but it's close. That's
Damage,
Rounded up.
damage,
We're rounding
damage,
up,
damage.
of course.
That looks more like an 18K gold lead, but that's still a lot of gold. What am I looking at? I'm looking at damage.
Either way,
I'm
so
looking at
the
damage.
Wukong doubled
3K, yeah, 4K.
I'm sorry, I
Wukong
meant
doubled.
damage.
I meant damage.
I meant damage, yeah.
Yeah, but no, that Wukong
It's a
found
lot
some...
of damage. Wukong was able to just move around the entire map, right? If you're Bloom Gaming, from what we saw, we wanted an AoE teamfight ult. Please tell me, casters, when did you see an AoE teamfight ult?
Every fight?
I didn't.
What are you talking about?
I didn't see it. I didn't see the Annie ult into the Malphite ult into
Yeah.
the J4 ult. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
At the end of the day, they weren't fighting on their terms. They were fighting reactively.
Right.
They were responding to the fight, and by that point, it was too late. Somebody got caught out, already at a numbers disadvantage to start it off, and that Jinx just hung in there and found the team fights that would get her ahead.
Right, and that was it. And listen, you pick the Melios, you pick the Jinx, right? You have the attack damage passive with it. It worked game 1. Game 2 comes around. You think, okay, maybe they're going to ban out Jinx. Maybe they're going to ban out Melios. None of it happens. You get it 2 times in a row, and you just wipe the board with it.
Unfathomable.
And it was very close because Bloom Gaming held the kills for a little while.
Yes.
They held the goal for a little while. You thought, okay, all we're waiting for is one team fight. That's it.
That's it.
One team fight. It sets the game apart. You got it. The Silas pick by Lons. What a godlike pick. I'm going to put that out right now. He grabs the Malphite ult so many times. Just change the game. Just change the game. He's able to get to the back line. He ults to the back line. He eliminates the Felios. He eliminates anybody that gets over there. He puts so much pressure onto it. Lons, I want to give you a shout out.
Great.
MVP of the match in my book.
In my book as well, he found a lot of good engagements.
Yes.
That Silas looking pretty massive in that last fight, in the last game in general. Just finding the avenues to get back into this, stealing the Malphite ult, looking better than the actual Malphite himself, and
Malphite just took so many
fantastic.
defensive ults.
I know.
He would ult out of team fight, out of team fight, out of team fight, out of team fight. Why? Because there's a page missing in your book, Bloom Gaming. There's a page missing in your book. I'm gonna give you some free advice right now from me,
free
me
advice.
and Josh.
Coach Mike.
From me and Josh. You guys are off page, right? Malphite was doing a lot of engagement. Why? Because he can tank a ton. But when it came to the team fights and he starts taking a ton of damage, Malphite was ulting out, and they were chasing you for the rest of the whole team. You need to work with that. You need to understand, hey, this is the team comp that I have. You obviously drafted it. It never once showed up in the entire game of the team that you drafted. And I think, to be honest, the team that you drafted, fantastic. If I saw a combination of ults go down, you win that game. There's no doubt about it. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. So whether you need to work on that and just say, hey, listen, here's our ult, here's our composition, let's make it happen, that's all you got to do. I liked your draft. It was beautiful. Make it work.
Same thing happened in game 1 too, where it's very similar with all those engaged champions. They had it one time in game 1 where they got that Jinx out of the game, clapped her real quick, boom, and then DePaul had to peace out. They had to leave.
Yeah.
We did not see it again. They went again with the second game 2 comp, another super heavy engage comp, but just could not pull the trigger in the way that they wanted. Not to say that this game was not extremely close. I mean, it is incredible still. Up to the final minutes of the game, so similar scores as far as gold goes, and really the dynamics as far as the game is going on, as far as like who is in the lead, it just kept flip-flopping. But really DePaul showing that they knew what was going on, and they take the game. They take 2 games.
Yeah,
and
they
sweep it.
They sweep them right there, and it's rough to say because Bloom Gaming had the composition.
Oh, definitely.
All you needed, it's weird because all you need is one fight, right? That's what you're looking for when you drop that team comp. One single fight. That's all you're saying to yourself. Hey, listen, if we grew up and we do this, it's one fight. And we just never saw it. we never saw it. Somebody was always eliminated at the beginning, or Malphite has to ult out because he knows he's super tanking, and I can soak up all this damage, and he's saying that it doesn't happen, but
Use this one.
I wanna throw it over to the interview right here that we have and pick apart their mind.
Oh, definitely. So this is Apathy from CoachRight.gg. Apathy, very interesting name. I like the name. Apathy means. Yeah, man. I mean, apathy. I don't give a shit. That's what apathy means. But I think you do give a shit. I want to hear your breakdown of the game real quick. What do you have to say? Who do you think deserved the win? I mean, of course we know who won, but what do you think as far as the game goes? What do you have to say?
Well, I think that Blue Team was able to secure a lead pretty quickly in the early game, and they were able to pressure out multiple objectives, and then just one fight led to another, and then Red Team got the push, and Blue Team found themselves on the back end, but when it started to come to the late game, Blue Team had the significantly easier comp to play, so that made a pretty big impact in how the fights played out. Obviously, the Malphite ult being stolen constantly.
Right.
Made it hard for...
So Apathy, do you think there's really any shot for Bloom Gaming to make it way, right? Because you're saying the Malphite ult gets stolen. It's a game changer. You obviously have the Malphite ult on your team. What do you do differently than Bloom did?
Well, as soon as they were able to actually get the second Baron, they actually had the push, and what they should have done is they should have tried to close out the game through that push, because they had a significant lead. And then one of the fights went really bad, where they were trying to push the bot inhib, and they just got caught out, and then that was the way for Blue Team to get back into the game and find a new angle to play out their team.
Absolutely. I feel like that Silas pick just gives you so many different avenues.
I agree,
especially
right?
Playing against a team with that many engaging, just huge dynamic shifting ultimates. Silas can be any of these champions. I mean, you pick those champions. You pick Malphite. You pick J4 Annie for their ultimates, those crazy team fight changing ultimates. Silas is like, hey, yoink, that's mine. I'm going to do what I want. I'll be all of you champions whenever I decide. And how do you beat Silas? I don't know. He's just such, you can't beat that guy. Well, hey, what's going on over there, man?
Yeah, and Apathy, I'd love to pick your brain a little bit, right? Because you watch the game. If you're Bloom Gaming, please tell me what you do different, right? You have the team comp. You have the Aphelios. At one point, there was like 50 CS ahead of the Jinx, and it just couldn't work out.
Yeah, it's all about patience, really. When you are running a comp like Jarvan Malphite, it's really just about locking them down and then preparing that for the Aphelios, like setting the plate, and then having the follow-up damage. So they really just needed to A, get the objectives to close out the games, and then B, be able to set up onto the Jinx as the main damage dealer. But they were always on the back end and the ones getting engaged on, so that made it very, very hard because there wasn't as much synergy between the players as Bloom. So
I totally agree with you. We saw, like we were saying earlier, we saw so many Malphite ults that were just disengage ults because I didn't want to die. So that was it. And then Silas was just taking the Malphite ult, and then they were re-engaging and said, hey, listen, now I have a Malphite ult. You don't. We can take whatever objective we want. And that seemed like, to me, what was the problem right there.
I agree completely.
And a bit of a surprising outcome, Jinx with a 480 nerf at level 18 somehow managed to win both games. How do you figure that Riot Games cannot nerf this champion? What is your opinion? What does Jinx need to get a proper nerf?
I think that Jinx is really strong right now, but I think that Riot is preparing for the mid-season changes since the MSI patch has already gone live, so this was more like a placebo nerf for just until the mid-season changes come out. They weren't really...
Do you think that we talked a little bit about it? Do you think that they'll do what they did to Callista and just reduce the damage to 90% out of 100%? Do you think that's a possibility for Jinx?
No! I'm out.
I don't think so. I think that they're just waiting to see what the mid-season changes will bring, and then after that they might tweak some things.
I saw those mythic changes where it's like, what are they? They're doing like the blades, Rage Blade, IE. and one more, just 4 base mythics for the ADs, and like the others are just they're trying to work those into the legendary items. What do you think that will bring for these ADs? I mean, they have 4 mythic. I feel like it's Gale Force. That's the 4th one. I think they have a decent choice at that point. I think at least one will fit for each champion. That's supposed to be building them at least.
Ow.
What do you think? Jesus Christ, man. It's nuts around here. I'll tell you. I'm sorry about that. That was ranch dressing all over me. Unbelievable. Oh my God, dude. Holy fuck. Sorry.
The 80 changes they're going to be very interesting. we'll give them a minute.
Yeah, they
calm
need
down.
It. They need it.
Yeah.
It's in my ear, dude. This ranch in my ear. I feel it. You see it. You can see it right there. Or this one.
It missed me.
Listen, I'm sorry.
That was pretty good. I will say that. I will say that right now. Yeah.
Shake it off.
Give me these. Give me this napkin, man. Fucking nasty, dude. This is not good for us. It hits you? It hit you? In the face? Holy shit. Alright, I'm sorry. So
You're good.
anyway, those mythic changes, would you say that like the changes make sense as far as they go in the PvE at the moment? Do you think it'll be a positive or a negative impact on those ADCs in total if they go live?
I think that the item changes are going to be extremely significant to the future meta for not just ADC, but for the other roles, the assassin item changes, as well as some of the others that were mentioned in a Reddit post by the writers, and I've read most of them. But there's also a lot of other changes to be considered, like the minion changes and the TP changes. So I think that this mid-season patch is going to be probably bigger than both of the last preseasons combined. So it's really going to shake things up. So I expect you should be seeing a very different meta for not just ADC, but every role.
For sure. I mean, I feel like when they do those big changes to the items, that's where you see the biggest changes in what people pick, what they, of course, what they build. But item changes are usually, I feel like, the biggest dictators of the game, unless a full rework comes through for a champion. But even so, that's one champion. Items can be built by all these different guys, So I'm excited to see what ends up happening with that patch. It should.
I really am too.
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. And then I have one more question for you as far as CoachFi goes. How does CoachFi help you with your coaching? Do you feel like you've been improving as a coach or have better access to coaching students, etc.? Tell me your experience with that.
So I've been coaching for about 6 months. I'm more known as a amateur player or a challenge player, and that's where I stream and stuff. So, but I started using CoachFi pretty much as it was released, and it's still in the beta phases, but it was in the pre-beta phases. I've been using it here and there, trying to get some of my clients that I have primarily Discord connections with onto a platform where we could see and track progress, as well as have a more universal place to link people who are interested in getting coaching from me, instead of just linking them my YouTube or Twitch stream. So it's a great site, and I like using it. And anyone that wants to sign up and create an account can use it today. So
it's free, man.
Yeah, it's a very easy
No
system to
way.
use, seriously. And you got a lot of good people on there, which is awesome. But I
really
mean,
good productivity tools.
there's got to be a couple certain things, right? Like obviously you love to coach a certain champion and everything along those lines. Is there really any advice that you could kind of give the viewers that say, hey, listen, there's certain champions in this game that are just solo queue gods. Like just play them and you're pretty much, I don't want to say guaranteed, but you're going to make it to the next point of view type thing. I know like Twitch is one of them. Draven is one of them. Can you give any other champions that just master them and you're going to make it up to the next level?
Well, there is a ton of champions that I could recommend, but And obviously, these would be the champions that have a great snowballing potential or have a high reward for maining, right? So champions that are highly mechanical. But when it comes down to it, it's a game, and people enjoy playing the champions. Not only that they get fed on, but the ones they enjoy. So coaching's not just for the people that are super serious, but it can be for people that just want to play casual as well, and they just want to start getting a lead more often, more frequently on their champions in their norms or ARAM games. So.
Hell yeah. Man.
Yeah, I agree. There are certain champions in solo queue that do it for you. And it's just they're just built different than the rest of them. But we got to witness one of them tonight, which was Silas, and you're able to steal a ton of ultimates, and you're just able to make things work for your team at that point. And there are some more champions, but Coachify.gg really puts the hammer down and says, hey, listen, here's what works, here's what doesn't, here's what you're doing wrong in your games. And it's just a beautiful system to say, listen, you're stuck at this elo, here's what you're doing wrong, we have a third-party look at, and you're good to go. And that's why we love Coachify.
Absolutely. All right, Apathy, thank you so much for talking with us, man. It sounds like you're having a great time on Coachify. Keep up the good work, dude. Keep up the good work. It's great talking to you.
You too.
I appreciate it.
It was really fun to watch this game.
Thank you.
It was a great one, yeah. All right, have a good night.
Okay. Have a good night.
So that's Apathy. You know, he's cool dude.
Yeah,
Really
Apathy,
cool dude.
great. Yeah, a lot of game sense, a lot of know what's going on right here, and it's always great to have just somebody at Coachify watching over the game and say, hey, listen, this is what happened. This is what went wrong. This is the draft you should have taken, and just knows so much about the game.
You know what you can apply all that to? You can apply all that to your team when you join the SLS Summer Split. It's open right now. Get in there. This is the first week it's open. Get in there. It's hot. It's going to go quick. You better get your friends together. You got that team, that high plat, low diamond, high diamond, who cares? Get in there, get your team, and dominate the SLS. We know you can do it, so get your team and get in there.
Join.sls.lol. That's join.sls.lol. Go right to the team interest channel. Let us know what you want to join, who you want to join with, who's there. You need some teammates, you know, you're a couple, 3 people, you need some more, you need some randoms, whatever. Go make some chemistry with them. We have channels for that. Looking for players. Go ahead in there, say what you need, who you're looking for, what kind of person you're looking for.
Or even sign up as a
Discord's
sub.
all about it. Yeah.
Even sign up as a sub. I mean, there are some games of the week, right? Listen, that somebody can't get to. Life happens. That's a fact. So sign up as a sub, and you're able to make that one game a week that they just need to do. Whatever role it is, fill in for them. If you're a support main, fill in support. If you're a top main, fill in top. You might not get it. You might not be called on, but it is very important for us here at Swag Life Series.
Let me leave you with this. Remember, there is no problem in this world that can't be solved with a side of ranch. Now,
Amen, brother.
amen.
Amen, brother.
We'll see y'all next week. Week 5 coming up, even hotter than week 4. It's burning hot each time, and we're gonna see you there. You're gonna see us there. I have nowhere else to be. I got no life, and
That's
I'm gonna
right.
see you there because I know you got no life. Get in here, watch these games, and have a great time. We'll see you then.
See you guys.
Thank you.